Welcome back to the video. We're going to be taking a peek at Ethereum. Now, I haven't even looked at Ethereum chart. We're on the monthly time frame right now. So I'm going to take you guys through my support, resistance, Fibonacci retracements, just my whole thought process when I am actually charting. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. What I first want to take a look at is actually support and resistance. Now, I'm not going to just put support and resistance at any level where I see a turn, like there could be one here, but $300 is just an unrealistic number for Ethereum. So let's go ahead and identify them. We have $1,200, $1,300. That is still a little unrealistic in my opinion. We have some, I'm going to go ahead and move this up just a little bit, match that previous high. So $1,400 to $1,500. We also have some pretty strong support at $2,100, $2,200 and $2,500, $2,600 and these previous highs. So it looks like we are actually coming in and retesting that previous high, possibly for the move higher. What I am worried about is this RSI divergence. Now, divergence is when the price is still moving up and RSI is moving down. This could indicate a potential reversal. See how we have a high, we have a high here, and that's where the RSI is as well. We also have a previous high, but the RSI is also lower. Price is spiked up lower. RSI is continuing to move lower, but the price still made a previous high and the RSI is extremely low. Now, that is a sign, that is a bearish sign for Ethereum and potentially for the crypto markets coming. Now, what I do like to see is this decreasing volume pullback. That's telling me that short sellers aren't looking to jump into the market right now, but people are taking their profits. We do have a nice trend line on the play. I'm actually going to reconnect that and actually use the wicks here. We are coming back and successfully retesting that. I would like to see some volume start to step in here, close with the doji candle, maybe some increasing volume. We have 1 day left, so anything can happen still. And if we do see a doji candle with increasing volume, we could see this start to spike and start to hit this trend line again. Now, if we break this trend line to the downside, I do expect us to pull all the way back to around 2,600. If we break to the upside, well, let's go ahead and give us some price targets. I mean, let's go ahead and find this previous low to the high. I'm going to go ahead and use this high for this example. We pulled back right to the 61.8 fib level. Now, if we actually take our Fibonacci extensions and use that same Fibonacci level, it gives us a price target of $68,000. Now, that would be absolutely crazy if Ethereum could smack that price in. On the charts, it doesn't look that far off from that price target. We are going to come into resistance at around $5,000, again, $6,000, and then that $6,500 level. But if we do crack to that $7,000 level, we're going to see all of the other altcoins absolutely rip. And I'm excited for that if we do break in it. Also, Bitcoin is also in a wedge pattern. So again, it's only going to be a few days to weeks to decide if the bull market is going to continue to push or if it's going to crack the trend lines and come lower. Now, if we take a look at the daily, we can see last time we were coming into the trend line, we kind of consolidating, almost building up on the trend line. And that was a little scary, maybe shook some people out. And it looks like that same thing's happening. We're kind of popping up, making new highs, pull back. Now we are below the 50-day moving average, and that is not what I want to see with increasing volume to the downside with a strong close. Not much of a wick there with a bullish reaction. Let's see if we can get some movement over the next few days to actually get us back over. If we do break this low at, I'm just going to say $4,000 to $3,900 level and this previous low and these lows, I think we have more room to the downside with some pretty bearish momentum, maybe down to 3,600 before we find some support and potentially down to 35 to 3,400. So we have two price targets. We have that price target of around $7,000 and we have another price target if it breaks lower down to around 35 to 3,300 and off that 200-day moving average. So we're going to have some bulls or bears kind of take the market in whatever way that they want. We do have a trend line that we have to crack now on this time frame. So if we can crack this, I will be confident that we're going to continue in this bull market. But if we do not and keep building up, and again, this is only until December 6th, so we only have around 2 weeks until the crypto market and is going to decide if we're going to be in a bull run or a bear market. Now, what are you guys going to do if Ethereum cracks? Now, personally, I'm not going to sell a lot of my holdings because I'm holding for the long term. I think VXV and QNT are my two biggest holdings, and XRP is pretty big. But those VXV and QNT, there's so much utility behind them that when Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything else drops, I believe that they're going to pump some into it, VXV and QNT. So I don't think that they're going to fall as hard as the rest of the market. And if we go ahead and take a Fibonacci And if we go ahead and take a Fibonacci retracement down to, or from this low to this high, we can see that we're right at the 38.2 level. And I wouldn't be surprised if we did come down and bounce off this 61.8 fib level. And again, in this OTE zone, the optimal trade entry zone. So either way, bullish or bearish, this can go both ways. Now, if it does come down in this area, we would find some major buyers because the RSI will be oversold. We're bouncing off the 200-day moving average, which we've done here. We had a false move, broke below, false move, and continued higher. Now, if we go ahead and look at the 4-hour and see what could possibly happen, we are getting some price action where we're getting higher. We got a really long wick, which is what I wanted to see. Maybe a nice double bottom. We had a higher low here, but I like this retest of this trend line. It looks like we have made a potential triple bottom. I'm not really a huge fan of this triple bottom just because this has made a previous low, so I'm not going to call it, but it does look like we are getting back into this consolidation zone. It might be a potential buying climax. This red candle, really high volume, is pretty scary, but let's see if the buyers can start to absorb that selling pressure and kind of bring us up and start testing these previous highs and this trend line. Now, if we break this trend line and do not see it crack the all-time high, I would possibly consider it a double top, and that's when you would start to be scaling out of profits because you do want to leave a moon back just in case it cracks, but you also want to be very, very careful because a double top has an 80% chance of breaking to the downside. So make sure to stay subscribed so you guys can get that content and find out when the bear market is coming. I will be posting it as soon as I see it and as soon as I'm confident that the bear market is inbound. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. If you guys haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's free. You can always change your mind. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I know we can do it. Also, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. And let me know if you're going to sell Ethereum if it cracks that previous high or if it cracks this trend line down below in the comments, because I will be responding to every single comment. Any questions that you have on here, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.